What's up guys, Lou here, back with another video, and today I have a very special presentation, a quick presentation. I have just received a dummy unit, a mock-up of the iPhone 6 5.5-inch version. On my left here, this is set to be the largest iPhone ever. Very similar, in fact, in form factor to the Galaxy Note 3, which I also have beside it here for the sake of comparison. I've also got the current generation of iPhone on the far side here, the iPhone 5S, which is of course dwarfed by both of these devices beside it. Now, this is obviously a mock-up unit. It is not 100% accurate. I wouldn't expect it to be, but the way it works with these mock-ups is you have case manufacturers, accessory manufacturers, etc. in China. They get their hands on schematics and they try to get a jump on other manufacturers in the space, through producing their accessories in advance of an actual iPhone launch. Now, in the past, they have been very, very accurate, and they probably wouldn't be going into production with cases, etc., if they didn't have something very close to a finished product. So I have some pretty decent confidence in a 5.5-inch iPhone gracing the stage at an upcoming Apple keynote near you. Anyways, what does this mean? What can we gather from a 5.5-inch mock-up? Well, a few things. First of all, the biggest change for your average iPhone user, if they choose to go in this direction, is going to be one-handed operation. With a 5.5-inch device, one-handed operation takes a major hit, especially if you don't have giant hands. I think I have average hands, and as you can see, I'm going to have to shift to reach the top edge. The intention here is really to use two hands, hence the word phablet that people have been using for a while now to describe phones that are larger than phones but smaller than tablets. The Note 3 in the center here has been wildly popular, and this is maybe one of those occasions where it looks like Apple is moving into a market where Samsung already has a foothold. Now, both of these devices obviously dwarf the current generation of iPhone. As you can see right here, it is tiny. Now, I don't know if this says more about how small the current iPhone is or how big these phablets are, but as you can see, it fits inside of the screen, the entire body. Now, comparing the other dimensions here between the iPhone 6 5.5-inch mock-up and the Note 3, you'll notice that the form factors are really similar, with the iPhone 6 being ever so slightly taller with a larger bezel on the top and the bottom. But it is thinner as well, and this actually plays a role in making it a little bit more comfortable to hold, even though it's huge. So it's a little thinner than the current Note 3. While we're here, we should take a look at the button layout on this iPhone 6 mock-up. You can see we have our volume buttons on the left-hand side, as well as a hold switch. As I flip it around, you'll see the power button has been moved. As with other large devices, putting it on the top causes some very difficult reach problems. So they've put it on the side here. This is where your thumb will likely rest when you're holding the device in a regular fashion. The SIM card tray will probably be in this location right here. And on the bottom is where most of the action is. You have a large speaker grill as well as the lightning port, and then of course the location of the headphone jack. Again, this is a mock-up, it's not for sure, but this is likely what we'll see when the eventual iPhone 6 5.5-inch launches. On the back of the device, you'll see it has this gold finish here, gold-ish, champagne gold, just like the iPhone 5S. It'll of course be available in different colors. You have this new antenna layout. This is just painted on for the purpose of this mock-up model, but many leaks are pointing in the direction of a very enlarged antenna layout. The camera protrudes a little bit, which is also kind of an issue for some users, and the flash has changed into this circular flash. Not sure yet if it's going to be the two-tone style, the double flash that currently exists. This again is for the purpose of case design, so the overall form factor is probably more important to case manufacturers than the exact size of cutouts. So this may change prior to launch, but something to keep in mind. Maybe there's some new tech going into this that we don't know about just yet. On the front, we have our standard home button / fingerprint reader, which is the exact same, of course, as the 5S. And then on the top, we have a speaker, some sensors, and a forward-facing camera. Of course, if you compare the fronts here, you'll notice you have that extra sensor there. Not 100% sure what that is. Again, it's a mock-up. So, anyways, there you have it. It's always pretty cool to take a closer look at these things and, of course, attempt to predict what the next iPhone just might look like. And interestingly enough, it seems at this point it's gonna look a lot like the Note 3. So if you've held one of those before, you probably have a pretty good idea of what a very large iPhone will feel like. Of course, lacking the stylus here. I know that Steve Jobs was very against styluses, so we probably won't see one of those on an iPhone or iPad anytime soon. All right, guys, that wraps up this quick little look. Thanks as always for watching. If you guys enjoyed this content, please make sure to leave a thumbs up down below. If you are interested in seeing more of my videos, make sure to subscribe to stay updated. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Later, guys.